Hey Yusuf, and how are you today? Black Friday it is. I'm expecting a non-event today, so it looks like I'm just going to have to find things to waffle about for 2.5 hours. My goodness, what's just happened on the SPY? Oh, it's 8 o'clock scrum. Algorithmic trades. Algorithmic spikes. I just thought the SPY was going mental there. It moved up to kind of 403s. Huge, but it's the algorithmic spikes. It's the 8 o'clock algorithmic scrum. It's not. Yeah, there's no action there that we need to write home about. Okay, let's see what else is moving, because there isn't anything right now, quite frankly. I'm kind of struggling. Man United is really the best of the bad bunch. And I don't think it's going to do much at all. It's going to be one of those quiet days today because Black Friday. Yesterday, too many people eating too much turkey and pork and various other things. Well, you're holding it over 2 nights, Kai. But yeah, it moved up from kind of 1870 something, I think it finished on Friday. What was it? What did it close on Friday? It closed at 1490. No, it didn't. It closed at 1880. You could have got almost $2. You could have got $2. It's just one of those things. Mercedes is long term. Mercedes is not a bad. It's not a bad bet. Is that on the German on the DAX, on the German stock exchange there, Yusuf? Because the German Mercedes is always going to be it's a relatively safe bet. It's one of the biggest car manufacturers in the world, and it's got a good balance sheet. It's the fundamentals of Mercedes are sound. Hey Dave, afternoon to you. Matterport, low volume, new holdings, not great. So I'm probably just going to be flicking between tickers as they hit the scanners. Not great volume on most of these, but as they hit the scanners, you'll see what we might catch one. Who knows? Today I'm actually expecting a no trades day, and I kind of alluded to that on Wednesday for my trade recap on YouTube. But next week we've got three trading days. We're over goal at the moment on the month, so we're in a good place. There's no panic. There is no panic. We're over goal for the year at the moment. We're over goal for the month. there's no panic if today's a no trades day, given that it is Black Friday and it's a half day and very low volume at the moment. Very low volume. Am I green this week? Oh yeah, yeah. We've only traded. There's only been three days this week, Yusuf. We had 7,500 on Monday, just under 7,000 on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday we had a small loss on Wednesday. It was like $1,400. So, in the grand scheme of things, not a huge loss. It's not really impacting the balance. We're a little over goal on the month. We're green on the week. We're over goal on pro rata on the year, so yeah, we're not doing too badly at the moment, Yusuf. Hey, Steve. I've managed to on my IPTV. I've got the World Cup matches on the Fox, the US channels. Soccer just doesn't work. They've got pundits that pretty much don't really know what they're talking about. But like, what am I gonna do? Watch it on? I just can't stand some of the commentary on ITV and BBC at the moment. So I wanted to watch the American, the US commentary today because they're playing England, obviously, my team. And I just want to watch the US commentary for a laugh. Oh, no, I'm not. I just live in Ireland, Kai. And Ireland aren't at the World Cup either. So, Ireland, anyone that's Ireland is supporting anybody but England. Scott Pally, I'm going to put that on the watch list just because I've got nothing else to put on the watch list. And it worked well for us last week. And let's have a look at Lexogen. Oxygen, it popped up to over $4. It didn't hold. That's a bit of a worry. That can go. Grinder can go. I'm not trading that anymore. Keep an eye on Man United, and Pally can go on the list from last week. From earlier. I keep thinking today's Monday. Why do I think today's Monday? It feels like a Monday. Really feels like a Monday. Just watch Wales get all but eliminated. Grinder to the moon. Oh dear. Hey, J Spec. I've done that before, El Puno. So you come in, you forget that it's a national holiday, a federal holiday, and you come in and you sit down and you think, what's going on with my account? There's nothing moving. What's going on? And so you check the SPY because that's always moving and that's not moving, and you think, oh, I best get onto my broker, and then you realise federal holiday. So. Why would I celebrate Thanksgiving, J-Spec? It's an American holiday. I'm not American. I got asked that once by an American. Where was I? I think I was in Greece. No, I wasn't in Greece. I was in Cyprus. And there was some US tourists with me. And it was coming up towards the end of June, the beginning of July. And they asked me where I'm going to be celebrating the 4th of July. I'm like, why would I be celebrating the 4th of July? I'm English. You know, yeah, but it's Independence Day in the States. I'm like, well, like I give a flying punani. I'm like, well, we got independence from your crowd. You should understand. I'm like, yeah, you're one of about 50 nations that have taken independence from England over the years. What makes you special? You know, you're not special. Well, not to English people, at least. So, no, I didn't celebrate Thanksgiving, and nobody in Canada celebrated Thanksgiving yesterday either, because their Thanksgiving is a completely different date. And most people around the world, unless they're US born or married to or in a relationship with or a US citizen, will not be celebrating Thanksgiving yesterday. So it's purely a US thing. Some people do it for fun. Well, their idea of fun and my idea of fun are two completely different things. I mean, I don't understand why. Oh, hello. Football it is. Someone else getting the football bug there. Thanks, Edison. What do I think about the volume on Pally? I think there isn't any. So Palisades is one to watch because it's just gone green on the day. I'm watching that because of the momentum from Wednesday. However, there's no volume. There's not enough action on it to trade it right now. No, but if it's bothering you that much, we can just find something a little bit more upbeat to listen to. There you go. Better? Happy, El Puno? Well, let's have a look and see if you're actually telling the truth there, J-Spec. JE Cleantech Holdings? No, I wouldn't say the volume is all here. There is volume here, but I wouldn't say it's all here. I mean, there's been 3 million shares traded on JE, so it's $1 a piece, $1 per share. I personally don't trust this right now. It's very rangy sideways. It's not showing exactly which way it wants to go right now. It's had 2 moves up, but it's ranging across the VWAP, which basically means it could go either way. VWAP's almost horizontal, which basically says it's not increasing or decreasing in price, it's just ranging sideways. We just wait for it to take a direction, choose a direction, which way it's going to go. You've got a bit of a flat top up here, a bit of a resistance level up here. It's kind of 118. It did break it briefly, got up to 119, but 118, if it gets to 120, you might be going upwards. But it's also got a floor of kind of 103. 103 to 118 is a 15 cent range there that's just moving sideways between. Is it really? Okay, well, let me see if I can't fix that for you. Looks like the entire thing is frozen. No, just my photo. Let's see if I can't fix that for you. So you can, as long as you can hear me, that's the main thing. Let's have a look. Where's the camera? Video capture device. There we go. Now you have me. Happy now? Yeah, J-Spec. I can't say that I'm pleased to be trying to trade a $1 stock. That's not my thing. As regulars to my channel will tell you. So let's have a look at Man United now, Tesla now. Look at the wider market, because the wider market is it's on the cusp. Just been basically since close on Wednesday. It's just been moving sideways. It's not moved any which way. Day trading XRP. Well, good luck with that. Good luck across the board on the crypto space. I'm really considering just liquidating my crypto position. Give me a little bit of extra cash to play around with, which I don't have a lot at the moment. Everything seems to be tied up. No, it actually doesn't, J-Spec. It doesn't. You can there's people monetizing the videos that are just playing like chill vibes, pictures of clouds and nature and chill vibes, and they're getting literally millions of views on a daily and monetizing it. No fair play to them. Not that I'm getting much in terms of monetization on YouTube. It's like I've got $12 in 3 months or something off YouTube. So if monetizing YouTube, you have to have a big channel. Let's have a look at XGen. There's not enough there. Man United, top momentum stock at the moment. Moved up. Hey Don. I know, Tona. I'll try not to spend it all at once. The whole $12. Excuse me. Now this is kind of annoying. No, it's not music, it's noise. It's like someone on a didgeridoo on high speed, playing at high speed. Right. DNA. Let's have a quick look at the DNA chart while it's hitting the scanners. It's hitting the scanners, but it's barcoding. I mean, if on the 5 minutes it's barcoding, there's nothing happening on the 1 minute. It's just barcoding on the 5 minutes. So yeah, it's just spiked up and not really worth even looking at right now. So Turkcell moving up. Low volume, can't really trade it, but it's moving up. One of the top movers. Riot Blockchain also moving up. Again, on low volume. Everything's low volume right now. I'm going to caveat that right now. Everything right now is low volume. It is Black Friday. It's probably going to be like that till the open. Who knows? It may even be low volume at the open, but we should get a little bit of volatility at the open. But right now, there's not a lot of volume in the market, pre-market, at all. So if I'm not trading, that's why. There's just a lack of things to trade. Upstart. Again, no volume. We're going to see this is the... Oh, Bed Bath & Beyond. Where are we at Bed Bath & Beyond? I remember trading this at 37, not 337. That's not too long ago. It's going to be a very slow day, Don. Very slow day. I don't think there's going to be much in the way of movement across the day. Even the markets are looking a bit rangy. We've got the SPY, which is the S&P 500, is just sideways across it. The VWAP is looking pretty much horizontal on the 1 minute. Let's look at it on the 5. It was horizontal, moved up, then horizontal again. It only moved up because we've got a new day, but it's pretty horizontal. If you look at the Nasdaq, that's downwards trending. So the tech stocks are selling off. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is upwards trending, which is kind of, you don't normally see such divergence in the markets. Granted, it's not huge divergence, but the patterns are completely the opposite. We've got the Dow Jones Industrial is moving slightly up. It's above the VWAP. We've got the Nasdaq is down underneath the VWAP. We've got the S&P 500 is ranging sideways across it, and the Russell Index, small cap index, is also very sideways choppy. So that's the market review in 5 minutes. There you go. Hey Tom, good to see you back. If there's a ticker you want me to take a look at, just throw it in the chat and we'll take a look at it. So Exogen back up above $4. What are your thoughts on the soccer World Cup so far? Soccer World Championships. Hey there from Tucson, Arizona. Are you enjoying the Soccer World Championships? As a US citizen, how do you feel when you're competing against other nations in a world championship? Because most of your sports, you don't. Just saying. And what are your thoughts, as being an American, what are your thoughts, what are your predictions against England later? In case you're unaware, the US soccer team is playing the England football team later, 1 p.m. East Coast, I believe. Oh, absolutely, J Spec. Is FIFA corrupt? Oh, yeah. That's like asking, is the Pope Catholic? Is the Catholic Church corrupt? It's the same question. Well, it's not the same question. It's a completely different question, but it's the same answer. Yeah, I mean, there's no way on earth anybody with any common sense. I mean, let's face it, that's the thing about common sense. It's not exactly common sense. It's not exactly common. But anybody with any common sense would never have awarded Qatar unless they bought it. It just wasn't set up. They don't really have a footballing history, first and foremost. Not that that should be anything, because they want to expand the game globally. So I get that. They didn't have any infrastructure. They didn't have in Doha. They didn't have the geography. They didn't have the stadiums. They didn't have the geography to build the stadiums or the infrastructure to support that. So they had to build an entirely new city, which was just easy for Ghazi. It wasn't real. It was just out of the air. They didn't have the facilities, the infrastructure, the stadiums, the support, or any of that before it was awarded. Medically speaking, because in the summer, which is where it traditionally is played, they would have been talking about 50 degrees Celsius heat, which would have been medically impossible to play. So Qatar should never have been awarded it. But of course, FIFA and the cronies, Sepp Blatter and Michel Platini and a few others, all got brown paper bags stuffed with Qatari dollars or whatever, Qatari dirhams or whatever it is. And yeah, it's corrupt. Infantino says they have the greatest soccer fans in the world. They do now. At this moment in time they do, because they've come from all over the world to support the teams. That's why Qatar currently has the best soccer fans in the world, supporting every other team but Qatar. Christmas and Easter. Done. The answer to that, actually, Kai, is water isn't wet. Unfortunately, don't ask that question if you're expecting a yes, because water is not wet. By default. What water touches becomes wet, but by definition, water cannot be wet because, you know. No, they've just not been able to promote it the same. The World Cup this year, there's less interest around the world. I mean, Budweiser are onto a winner. Even though they can't sell any beer out there, they've had so much free publicity as a result of not being able to sell beer, and they're able to sell their non-alcoholic variety. But I'm not going to talk about. I'm not going to give you my analogy of what non-alcoholic beer is like, because it's I did that before. So. So Don, just put it into context. Holidays, we get more holidays in Europe than you do in the US. You're lucky if you get a week off across the whole year in the US. We are guaranteed, usually the majority of Europe, for example, is guaranteed, in fact the rest of the developed world, is guaranteed a minimum of 30 paid vacation days annually. So that's another thing. And I'm actually originally from the UK. Yes, I am. Hi there, but I'm based in Ireland at the moment. Yeah, I saw that it's going mad. So this is Cosmos going mad. Up at 46 cents. The literal penny stock. I'll keep this on the screen for now because there's nothing else moving. No, absolutely not, Kai. As a German, you actually know what beer is. I mean, Germany has some of the best Weiss beers in the world. A lot of people drink lager or whatever it is, but or Pilsen, as it's called everywhere else. But Budweiser, I wouldn't wash my car with it. It's horrible stuff. Budweiser regular, Budweiser light, Budweiser. I wouldn't wash my car with it. Horrible stuff. Pause is marginally better, but that's also terrible. That's a Canadian one. Powerline is nice. Can't be. It's not as nice as I prefer Erdinger myself to Powerliner, but Powerliner is nice. I like Powerliner, but I prefer Erdinger personally. No, I've not changed my audio settings. Maybe it's a bit too loud. I'll just move it down. I did upgrade. Well, as I say, upgrade TikTok Studio. They did an upgrade last week, so I don't know if the upgrade has done anything different with it, Jack. But I've not changed any of the settings. It's just is that it sounds different good or sounds different bad? Yeah, well, to be fair, all right, okay. Sorry, I can't do a lot about that. I suppose I need more furniture in my in this place, but I'm probably not going to be sticking around, so there's no point buying more furniture. Maybe that's what it is. I'll play around with the settings later, Jack. Alright, I've just got 30% off my Sky bill. Happy days. Hey Phil. Do I like to trade confirmation or anticipation? Confirmation. Always confirmation, which is why I'm looking for multiple on multiple time frames. Right now in front of me I've got Cosmos Holdings. You can see the 1 minute chart on TikTok, on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, etc. You can see the 1 and 5 minute charts. But I'm also looking at the 2 minute, the 60 minute and the daily charts. Well, I'm looking for confirmation on higher time frames, even though I might be trading the 1 minute for the micro entries, Don. So I prefer confirmation. If I might ride momentum. If I see a good catalyst, a good movement with a good catalyst, then I might ride the momentum. But yeah, confirmation is key for me. Well, Qatar Senegal ain't going either way. Qatar set the unwanted record of being the first host nation in World Cup to lose their opening game. And if they don't get anything from today, they could be the first host nation to be eliminated at the group stage after 2 games. And that will just be poetic justice. Let's have a look at DBGI, because DBGI has had some good momentum over the last while. Volume's not great at the moment, but it is moving up slightly. 7% up on the day. Urxel, 6%. So one of the things that I look for is I'm looking for momentum stock pre-market, something that's moving up kind of 14, 15%. I'm looking for a continuation from there. Not even got a single stock that's doing that. Well, I've not got a single stock above $2. is probably a better description. We've got a couple that are above below $2. If I look at, if I just take one of my filters off here on the price, you'll see that we do have a couple of stocks that are doing that, right? So Cosmos, JE Cleantech, Vion, Manu. Oh, Canu's not over. So we've got 3 stocks that are above, that are below $2. So what below the floor that I will trade, and that are at the levels of momentum, at the levels that I would consider bullish momentum. But that being said, I'm just not going to trade those. So struggling a little bit today to find anything worth trading. Are you enjoying the World Cup there, Phil? And if you are American Don, and I am, or whoever was else was American, did you have a good Thanksgiving? Are you suffering for it now, the day after? Yeah, I might actually do that. I might head out. Got my shirt on ready. Yeah, I think I will. Got my shirt on ready. This is granted it's a 4-year-old shirt, so it's not the latest one, but we've got to show some support and solidarity. Yeah, absolutely, Phil. I'll just do that so that people can see the 3 lions. I'll fold it back a little bit. 3 lions on my shirt. Jewelry may still gleaming, but it ain't coming home. I'm not delusional. So here's the question, Don. When you've got Thanksgiving, do you take Black Friday off, or do you work the half day like a lot of people would, or do you just take the Black Friday off and have a long weekend, an extended weekend? Any other Americans in the chat, let me know what you do. If when it comes to Thanksgiving each year, do you actually take are you able to take the Friday off and extend the holiday into the weekend, take a long weekend? Or do you take the Thursday off as it's a national holiday and then work on the Friday, Black Friday? It'll be interesting to know. I think there's quite a difference of opinion depending on what job you have, but if you're German or French, then if you've got a holiday, or Swiss or whatever, if you've got a holiday on the Thursday, a national holiday on the Thursday, there's no work being done on the Friday. Guaranteed. I'm sure you'll back me up on that one, Kai. Every time there's a bank holiday on a Thursday, Friday's a no-go. DBGI, top momentum stock right now. We've got Manu spiking down. Well, that's handy for you there, Don. Yeah, Brandon, that's unfortunate that frontline worker, you know, give yourself a little bit of applause. I don't think people on the front line, frontline work and retail workers are just as much as a front line as healthcare and emergency services and the like, but they just don't get the plaudits. And then you think about, like, people who work in a McDonald's, or they usually, people get so annoyed with them for not giving a flying about the job or the customer service they give. They're paid less than minimum wage, and they suffer abuse for the goal. Senegal, Qatar is going out. Good, thank God for that. Qatar will not get a point. Don, sounds like you work for a decent company. Not many companies in America do that. 4 days at Thanksgiving and a week at Christmas. That's all your holiday entitlement used up for the year, I guess. I hope it's paid. I'll take a look at PSMY. It's not hitting the scanners, so it's no spikes or anything, but I'll take a look. Polestar. Yeah, it's just algorithmic spikes more than anything, because if you look at this, it's spiked up, it's spiked back down again. There's nothing really happening there with Polestar. There's nothing really happening anywhere right now. I mean, Man United got the most volume above $2 of stocks above $2. Man United's got the most volume, and it's not even had 1 million shares traded. There's not a single stock, not a single equity out there that's traded more than $1 million that's over $2 a share. It's not traded 1 million shares that's over $2 a share. $1 million. That'd be nice, $1 million. Should have stayed in bed. Absolutely, J-Spec. I think if you're on the wrong side of the pond, getting up for this pre-market is. I'm glad to have you here. Don't get me wrong. You're always welcome. But getting up for Black Friday trading, the pre-market is just dead. There's absolutely nothing doing. It's probably what a couple of weeks ago. I think it might have been week before last. Might have even been last week. Yeah, it was last week actually. We had a couple of days where pre-market was abysmal, but there were still things moving, just low volume. We're just not even getting things moving right now, low volume or not. I mean, we've got 5 stocks that have moved. In terms of the filters that I've got, it's just shockingly bad. Should have stayed in bed myself. I should have just taken the day, taken the dog, and gone into Phoenix Park and let her chase the reindeers. She only chases them for 5 minutes, and then she's absolutely knackered, and then she's done for the day. But Tesla looking very weak right now. There's a gap here to fill as well, down to 184.84. So big gap down to below 185. So there's a good 65, 70 cents, 75 cents. 75 cents gap down here. 80 cents even. And the market likes to fill these gaps. So right now I would say that this gap, look at this on the 5 minute, you'll see what I'm talking about. There's a gap here between, where's my horizontals? The gap here between this level here and where the price action is right now. So it should try and fill this gap. So that's a good 50. Right now it's a 50. It was up here when I called it. There was a good $1 there. Oh, 90 cents. But now it's got to come down, and the gap's getting smaller. The window's getting smaller, but it should fill that window. 184.85 before it reaches any kind of support. Tesla looking weak to there. So if you want to short it, not financial advice. I'm not saying it's going to continue selling off and reach that level. Just calling out the window that I see there. Well, that's good. Do you also get time off, paid time off elsewhere in the year as well, Don? So now we're looking at a 50-cent gap there for Tesla to fill. Pally said it's just ranging sideways. It's pretty much done nothing since it closed on Wednesday. Yeah, that's where what we're looking at right now is pretty much nothing. A couple of the ETFs moving, but other than that, not a lot. So we've got natural gas, I think it is. This is the cold ultra short ETF, and then we've got SOX, which is also an ETF. They've got some volatility between them, but nothing else really. And the short Qs are moving up. So right now, the biggest momentum seems to be with the ETFs. Roblox seems to be making some noise. Anything that you want to take a look at? Any stock that you want me to take a look at? Well, that's not bad. That's in line with European standards there, Don. There's not many US companies give that out across over there. I know that much, having worked for quite a few of them, particularly in the tech sector. When talking to my corresponding colleagues, they're like, how do you take so much time off? Because I used to take every quarter, at the end of every quarter, I'd take some time off in the following weeks. We'd finish off the quarter, we'd wrap it up, we'd do the QBRs, and then I'd take a week off, or 2 weeks off, or whatever. It's every single quarter, that's what I'd do. And the guys in the States never knew that how I could afford to do that. Actually, every time I changed companies, I negotiated additional vacation days. It's like, if you want me to join, you want to get the best out of me, and to get the best out of me, I need to recharge after the end of each quarter. So this is what you have to pay for. So we've got very little. Robbing the Hood, starting to try and break above the red-green line. Again, we've seen a similar pattern in the out of hours sessions. Very choppy, low volume, not a lot moving. Not really worth getting involved in. So, question, guys, what's the like count there on the old tickety tock? Have we got enough to feed the dog? Got 40 minutes before the market opens. Hopefully we'll get a bit of volume at the market open. So come on, guys, we've got 8 likes on YouTube. That's like a third of the people on YouTube are enjoying what they're watching. If you've got nothing better to do, if you're not enjoying this stream, why are you watching it, guys? I mean, come on. Ask yourself that question. Let's get that like count up. Let's get at least double what we've already got. So we should. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. We might take that thumbs up button is directly connected to market activity. So if you hit that thumbs up button, the more people we hit that thumbs up button, the more activity we get on the market, and the more interesting the stream becomes. That's all I'm saying. You know you want to do it. Do it now. Oxygen. Yeah, it's ranging across the VWAP. Day right now, it's looking like a no trade day unless things pick up. Things have to pick up, otherwise it's going to be sit on my hands and wait. So Newton did stuff last week, earlier in the week. IPO a couple of weeks ago. It's been making gains ever since. So this is up. Again, low volume, but Newton can go on the watch list. It's 10% up right now. Made some good runs earlier in the week. Monday in particular. Let's look at what IPOs let's see if there's any IPOs that might be worth keeping an eye on today. No, there's no IPOs. Snail made a couple of made some moves on Wednesday, I think. Nothing doing today. Yeah, that's not doing anything either. Let's have a look at Jewel. Jewel, yeah, that one got pushed out. I was waiting for that to launch on Wednesday. It got pushed out. Yep, no IPOs today. Just a quiet old day on the markets, guys. Let me know your thoughts. What are you trading? What are you watching? Will the market be green or red today? Bullish or bearish? Are you bullish or bearish on the market? Shall we give a quick overview of the old crypto sector, shall we? Okay, Bitcoin. Let's have a look at you. So Bitcoin, 16,500 still. Again, this has been pretty sideways since it dumped due to the FTX dump at the beginning of the month. So 16,500 right now, 16,482 as I live and breathe. Ethereum, it's under 1,200, so 1189. Cardano, 31 cents. XRP, just over 40 cents. Yeah. Even the crypto, there's no volatility in crypto at the moment either. Just sideways. Very sideways. Got that hard support at 15,500. I'm really nervous about crypto at the moment. All it needs is one more exchange to go under, and we could see the rear end really fall off. How many likes have we got on TikTok there, Jack? Right, I'm just gonna sit and watch now, I guess. There's nothing else for me to do. Oxygen really is hot mover over the last 15 minutes or so, but again, not great volume. Yeah, absolutely. So bad things happen in three waves. Well, good things come in threes, but they say bad things come in threes as well. Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, crypto.com paused withdrawals. BlockFi. There's a whole bunch of exchange. My simple answer to that, my simple advice, and I've been following this for a while, is that if you're holding long term, do not hold your coins or tokens on an exchange. You're holding it long term. If you want liquidity, if you're actively trading, like day trading or swing trade, if you're actively trading, then fine, have some of your balance on a reputable exchange. What you're better off doing is holding it in cold storage. If you're holding it long term, hold it on your own wallet, a cold wallet. You can always link your wallet to one of these, DeFi exchanges like PancakeSwap or whatever, if you want to get in and trade something. But then once you finish trading, get your coins off the same day and back onto your back into your cold storage. Alfred, how was my Euro of yesterday? Are we going for oldie worldy speak? I'm not sure what you're asking there. How was my yesterday? Yesterday, I actually thought it felt like a Saturday yesterday for some strange reason, and I just had a lazy day. I spent the whole day watching the football, eating snacks, drinking, beverages of various descriptions. How's the energy shortage affect? Well, there is no energy shortage as such. It's a manufactured shortage, but the cost of living crisis is absolutely scandalous. It really is. And here in Ireland, this is the biggest con going. Okay, so one of the biggest companies, the electricity suppliers in Ireland, is called Airtricity. And one of the reasons it's called Airtricity is their whole go-to-market strategy is green energy. So wind, like they've got the windmills in various locations across the country. So wind energy, tidal energy, solar energy, all that kind of stuff. So renewable energies, green energy. And with the gas pipeline being reduced, the whole Ukraine crisis, with the gas being reduced, or gas flow being reduced, which technically it actually hasn't. It's just the prices have gone up for whatever reason. And I'll come to that in a second. All the electricity prices put the prices up. And now you can understand if they were burning fossil fuels, if they're burning gas to generate the electricity, they'll put the prices up. So yeah, that's fine. But the electricity went to put the prices up. I'm like, well, you're blaming it all on the Ukraine crisis and the pipelines coming, natural gas coming out of Russia, and the restriction of the flow of that for putting the prices up, supply and demand. So why is electricity putting the prices up? Has the cost of wind gone up? Has the cost of sunshine gone up? I mean, it made no sense whatsoever. Turns out they've been conning everybody for the last 10, 15 years, and they're just selling your electricity out of a generic pool. So, yeah. And that's the scam that is the electricity shortage. The Tesla having a bit of a double bottom here. Or trying to. Now let's have a look. Did it fill that gap on the 5 minute? No, it didn't. Bounced. Oh, that's where I put the line. Still got to fill that gap, so I don't trust this. This looks like a bit of a bear flag, bit of a bull trap, whatever. I don't trust that at all. Yeah, the profits year over year of these energy companies is nothing short of profiteering. It should be illegal. It's scandalous, absolutely scandalous. Yes, the US market is open today, Alfred. Not that you would know. There's not It's the market opens in a little under 30 minutes, but I'm not holding out much. If you look at the scanners there, you can see that there's nothing moving. There's not a lot moving. So I'm not holding out much hope for a big day. We might get one. So the thing is, there's usually one stock that books a trend. It just takes one stock. So today is about patience. And as I've said many times on this channel, the money's made in the waiting, not in the trading. You can wait for hours, and then that one stock that moves, you jump in, you trade it for 5 minutes, and you've hit your goal. Done, dusted, job, pen down, switch off, away you go. Home in time for cornflakes. Yeah, the EBITDA of those companies is shocking. I mean, that's because they're profiteering. I mean, oil's no different. The price per barrel went up to like 120 during this last 6 months, but the price at the pump went up to, litre wise, here in Ireland, the price at the pump went up to over almost 240, which is just a litre, which is just shocking. Didn't go up that much when it was 140 a barrel. So it makes no sense. They try and link the wholesale price to the retail price, and it's not linked at all. And has the price come down? Only marginally. The price per barrel's come down a huge amount, but the price that went up has only come down marginally. So you're like, hang on a minute, what's going on here? The overall supply. I mean, we're talking about Dickensian levels of poverty now in the UK and further afield. We're talking about Dickensian levels of poverty. People are literally freezing in their homes because they can't afford to heat it. People are going without food because they have to choose between food and heat. It's just shocking. And yet they've become so. If you go back 40 years, 40 years, people had real fires in their homes. So they could just go out, chop down a bit of wood, and they can burn wood. They could burn rubbish from around the home, and they could at least heat the home that way. Most houses, in particular new homes, they've done away with the chimneys. It's all about being carbon neutral and carbon free and carbon emission this and CO2 emission that, and so they've done away with chimneys. You can't get I'm in here in this apartment and there's no chimney, so I can't burn wood or whatever. You have to go to an old building to burn wood and live off the land or whatever. So now you're forced to buy heating from the energy companies, and if you have your own solar panels and things like that, you still have to pay the government for the electricity that you're using for your own electricity consumption that you're generating yourself. It's shocking. Yeah, well, we get stung here in Ireland. It's the biggest rip-off country in Europe because we don't get a lot. We get taxed to the hilt, and we don't get a lot for those tax dollars. I didn't work it out. One of my colleagues worked it out for me, and when I was doing a 9 to 5, he worked out, because I was being taxed at the top bracket. He worked out that when I add up all the taxes that are effectively going to the government, 87% of my wage, 87% of my income went straight back to the government. So because then you start so you start talking about the value-added tax, the tax on the duties, the import taxes. You start talking about your income tax, your PRSI, which is a social security. The USC, which is a universal social charge, which was supposed to be only temporary back in 2008, but they're never getting rid of that. You add up all these different taxes, and then you start adding up the hidden taxes as well. There's 87%. So I was working for 13% of my wage. 87% of my taxes went on, over 87% of everything went back to the government in taxes. So it's like, how can you justify that? Well, back when I was living before my ex-wife and I separated, we're still living in my house, but before we separated, is when they started bringing out these water charges, and this water company that I had no contract with came around and put a meter on the water supply to my house. So I waited for them to. I actually didn't even wait for them to leave. As they were packing up, I went out and uninstalled it and took it off. I've no contract with them. I'm not having a water meter with them. You know, I pay my rates. I pay my property tax and everything else. I'm not having that. And I was one of many that did that. They can't force you into a contract, because that water was a private contractor that people put in the water meters in. It was a private company. They can't force you to take a contract with a private company. So that's why those water charges never actually took off in Ireland. Funny, people say day trading doesn't work long. It isn't profitable. Are they talking nonsense? It depends. If you've got a strategy that works and you're disciplined enough to stick to it, then yes, it works. It pays. Quite simply, Farron, is the reason that the majority of people lose money day trading and are never profitable is because they don't invest in themselves to learn how to trade. If trading wasn't a profitable career option, then you wouldn't have prop firms and investment banks and other financial institutions, hedge funds, paying people to do it for them. Because essentially they pay people to go out to the market and day trade for a living, with managed portfolios. That's what they do. So if the banks are doing it, then Joe Public can also do it and do it profitably. The problem is that most people that get into day trading don't invest in themselves to learn how to do it. Whereas the hedge funds and the banks and the financial institutions will educate and train people to do it, and they will have strict measures in place. Well, I say strict measures, don't speak to certain people that have crashed banks like Barings and the likes, because but yes, it can be very lucrative. It can be a profitable career path, and if you're disciplined enough, not to get greedy about it, and be disciplined enough to stick to your strategy, and be disciplined enough to cut your losers and ride your winners. Strategy is a big thing. You have to be educated enough to be able to trade. There are certain people that say candlestick charts are dead, put them in the bin. That's not what the hedge funds are doing, and the hedge funds are using there's not an individual person that's taking individual trades with a hedge fund. They're using high frequency trading, using algorithmic bots that are trading microscopic amounts again and again and again, and making the profits from it. That's what hedge funds are doing. That's what the banks are doing. And as a price is moving up, they're taking basically it's super scalping is what they're doing. And you can be a scalper, but if you're with a broker, they're going to charge you commissions, and you've got to be careful with that. Nick Leeson, absolutely super chip. That's exactly what I was talking about. $0.20 move on Pally. I think you were gambling there, but good luck if you can get it. That nice move up. Just the lack of the volume spike. You could have got in here, 410, get a 15-cent move up, because it did move up and pull back, and then moved up again. So that would have been not a bad move. It's just not enough volume and not consistent enough for me to call that reliable. But well done. Can I tell you my thoughts on Grinder today? Oh, do I have to? Okay. That's Grinder today. No volume. It's down at a little over $10. It's finding a bit of support at $10. It closed at $10 on Wednesday, and it's finding a bit of support at a little over $10. Let's look at it on the wider time frame. It sold off hard on Tuesday. Wednesday continued to sell off, and it's had three red days in a row. So it was never big in volume. It never had big volume. But Grinder, for me, it would have to have a bit of a catalyst. It seems to be settling around $10 as a fair market value by the looks of this. It could move. I don't think it will. If it moves, I think it probably will. It's still below the VWAP. It probably will sell off. I can't see this. If it moves, you might get a dollar out of it. You might get up to 11. I can't see you getting past 1160s, whatever. But Grinder, more to the downside, I think, is likely with Grinder, and it's on the short sale restrictions, so you're not going to be able to short it either. So that's what I would say with Grinder. Is it's probably not in play for me. I'm not saying it shouldn't be in play for you, but my opinion is it's not tradable today, not yet at least. Itchy nose. So Senegal 2-0. That basically means Qatar are out of the World Cup. They've been knocked out of the World Cup and they still have to play a game. The first host nation to ever get knocked out of the World Cup in the group stages, but also after 2 games. What's my favourite mobile app? TikTok. I have to say that simply because I'm on TikTok and that's where the majority of my channel following came from. So, you know, you can short it. It's shortable, super chip, but it's on the short sale restriction. So it's you have to check with whichever broker you're with. You have to check what if it is shortable. You have to check whether if it's easy to borrow or not. Being an IPO, I would imagine it's not easy to borrow. There's leverage on it, but it's because it's on short sale restriction. What it essentially means is you can't short it on the uptick. You can't short it on the ask. Sorry, you can't short it on the bid. So you have to short it above where the current price action is. So you have to short it on above the bid, wait for it to come back and collect you on the uptick, and sell higher than what the bid is. So you're selling higher than the bid. And then if it comes back and collects you, that's fine. You can then you short it, but it's a lot more difficult to do it that way. You're so funny, J-Spec. Oh, just hang on a minute while I just bend over and laugh my guts out. I would actually say mobile apps made me the most money. That's quite a few over the years. Couldn't happen to a nicer nation getting knocked out after 2 games. Well, we've got 15 minutes, well, just under 15 minutes left. I'm looking at Palisade Bio. It is the top momentum stock right now, on very low volume, on relatively low volume. Golden Sun just popped up on very low volume, but I could say that about anything. You give me a ticket and I'll say very low volume. There's very little. How's Cosmos getting on the penny stock? That was the only thing that was moving with volume. And no, again, Cosmos is not great volume either, relatively speaking. Let me just have a quick look at some of the fundamentals on Cosmos. Because I've not really looked into it from a fundamental point of view, because just from a technical point of view, it's below my floor. But let's look at some of this key data. So 79 million shares in the float for Cosmos, and it's 7% short. It's over 5 million shares in that as well. Looking at the volume versus the average volume, 26 million versus 26 million. So it's ahead. Well, it's not quite ahead of the average volume, but it will be by the time the market opens. So yeah, it's relatively decent volume. Cosmos, still not something I'm going to be trading though. I'm not going to compromise my strategy just out of boredom. There's no point in having a trading plan or a trading strategy if you're just going to compromise it because you're bored. You may as well just take the day off and go for a walk. Is it frozen again? Don't know what's going on with that. There we go again. I think that's the problem with OBS. What's my favorite pattern to trade? I like bull flags because they're probably the most prevalent. You get a bull flag, it's probably the most prevalent bullish pattern. I am by default a long bias trader, but I also do like double bottoms. In a bullish trend, when you get a double bottom, a pullback, double bottom, it's usually very reliable. It's very reliable. But yeah, the bull flag, a flat top, you know, ascending wedge into a flat top is quite good as well. It's because you're giving that. But then if you for new traders, double bottoms, inverse head and shoulders if to the long side, head and shoulders to the downside. Head and shoulders are usually good reversal indicators. If you're in a bullish trend and you then get a head and shoulders pattern, it's usually a good time to get out. The good reversal indicator. So it depends on. I would say bull flag's probably the most prevalently used. So probably one I trade. I don't particularly have a pattern that is my favorite. I just have certain patterns that I trade more than others, and bull flag's probably one of those. So Yuda Health Holdings made a move up. Again, low volume. We're not even getting 10,000 shares a minute. So just be careful. But this has made a move up. So the wider markets are selling off. Let's have a look right now. Only the Dow Jones of the markets, only the Dow Jones Industrial is green at the moment, and it's about to go red shortly. So the S&P 500, that's down, SPY. The Russell Index, that's down. And the Qs has been down all morning. So that all below the VWAP, all looking a bit bearish. So based on what I'm seeing right now, a bit of kind of sideways movement on the daily chart, but what I'm seeing, it looks like today it's going to be a selling day. Hey Dunkers. Well, if you don't like the music, Super Chip, you can always turn the volume down. Just saying. You're welcome to play your own music in the background. There's nothing stopping that. I mean, I've got the TV on in the background. I've got the World Cup, the football playing in the background. So, yeah, it's looking bearish right now, the markets. So according to Benzinga, Cooper Software is one to watch. I'm not feeling it. Hasbro is one to watch. Definitely not feeling it. There's nothing trading there. We've got Manu barcoding. So how do you trade that? And DBGI and Pixie. Already looked at DBGI. Again, just sideways. Shift Pixie, there's nobody trading it. So well done, Benzinga. I'm not listening to your top stocks to watch for Friday. That might all change at the bell. It might be absolutely right, but right now none of those are setting up for a good trading day. Is that a bad thing though, Super Chip? Shift Pixie, Palisades possibly. I mean, it's sideways. There's a bit of a wide. If you look at this on a wider time frame, you've got a bit of a trying narrow and pennant forming, I guess. I wouldn't say that's reliable, but narrow and pennant forming. That's Newton. Palisades. This is a bit of looks like a flat bottom, descending wedge into a flat bottom. Typically bearish, might sell off. We'll see. And there's just no action at all on Shift Pixie. And Man United selling off as well. So can we short? Yeah, Man United shortable. Let me just. Yeah, there's margin on it. I wouldn't call it a bull flag. You need a decent flagpole to have a bull flag, or any kind of flag. You need a flagpole first, so either up or down. Otherwise, it's just a triangle or a pennant or a wedge. They need it, and the thing is with flags, what makes them reliable is that pole, because it's just a consolidation pattern. If a bull flag is a move to the upside, you've got the flagpole, and then you get the flag pattern forming off the pole. It's still bullish. It's still above the VWAP. Again, down bear flags are the inverse of that. So you've got the flagpole down, and then the consolidation pattern that then typically would have the continuation afterwards. Well, still half an hour to go on that game, so Qatar could pull it back. I doubt it though. Let's have a look at Tesla. I've just seen a little bit of green on Tesla. There you go. Now, I'm not saying technical analysis works, but technical analysis works. So I was calling out here, when we're up here, I said there's a window here from 85, 78, 75 or whatever, all the way down to 84, 85. And then for those of you that have been around, sticking around for the last hour or so, you'll remember I actually said that. And as it moved down, I moved this top one and said, look, there's still a window there. It's about 50 cents now, the window. And look at that. On the nail. On the nail. Pretty much to the cent. We've got the bounce here, pretty much to the cent, all the way down to so it's just filled that window, and now it can move back up. But pretty much to the cent. Not saying that I'm not saying I'm the best on social media. I'm not saying I'm the best trader on social media that's streaming right now. Top 3, yes, but I'm not saying I'm the best. And anyone that says technical analysis doesn't work, just show them that window. Those lines that I drew, just show them that. The markets do, they say nature abhors a vacuum. Well, the markets abhor a window. Whenever you've got a gap in the price action, you can pretty much guarantee at some stage it's going to fill that gap. And it's usually very, very reliable. It's not for me to say, Kai. That's up to you to decide. Okay, so Mullen Motors. And every day someone comes and asks me to, what do you think of Mullen Automotive? And quite frankly, it's a non-event for me. It always is. It's penny stocks, I don't trade it, but it's always promises to do much. What Mullen need to do is they need to do a reverse stock split of 25, 50 to 1, or even 100 to 1. I mean, there's like 500 million shares in the float on this one, so they could get away with it. It's a massive float for penny stocks. It makes no sense to be trading at 21 cents. It will get a lot more attention, and a lot more people will be bullish with it. But as an automotive as a company, I don't believe in them as a company long term either. I certainly wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't invest in it, because I think the best thing that could happen to Mullen is that they will be acquired by one of the bigger players. And from an intraday perspective, how do you trade? I just won't trade it at 20 cents. If you like trading penny stocks, go for your, fill your boots, go for your life. It is volatile enough that you can make money, but you're taking big risks with it, because you have to take big size or big leverage in order to take advantage of the small moves that it makes. So Mullen for me is not one of my favorite stocks. Quite frankly, I hate it because it is down there with such a huge float at such a low price. I prefer something around between $5 and $35 that's less than 10 million in the float, and which is why I'm saying if Mullen did a reverse stock split and it could still have 50 million in the float and be up there trading at $20, it would be a much more attractive stock to trade intraday than it is right now. Well, best accident you've had, Kai. You're struggling to understand technical analysis, Dunkers. What do you recommend? I recommend day trading with Tony. That's what I recommend. Joining this stream every day, you'll learn a little bit more every day, or you can get it all in condensed fashion by joining the course. By all means. Welcome back, CDM. Well, there's the bell. I'm going to change the scanners over. I'm not optimistic of taking any trades today, if I'm being honest. There's a distinct lack of action at the moment. Any hope in grinder to the downside? I wouldn't trade grinder right now. Absolutely not. So grinder selling off again. It's now below $10. It's got a floor at 980. If it breaks 980, it's in free fall. So 981 right now. So $9 is a halt level down. It potentially could halt down. Man United. Pre-market highs up here at 2085. what else? So the S&P 500 trying to make a move back up towards the VWAP. Well, that's a good save. It could be a red day. I think it possibly is going to be a red day. So it's just broke its all-time lows. Grinder is selling off, breaking lows. It's basically someone's pulled the rug from underneath it, and it's short sale, so you can't short it either. So Palisades, I'll have a look at that. Actually, I'm just watching Man United here. Got the opening range there at 65 is the high. Palisades up at 417s, 418 is the high. Looking for anything with a bit of momentum, bit of volume. CGTX, let's have a quick look at you. Cognitive therapy. This is 214, moved up, but not in great volume. That's the problem. Uda Health Holdings moving up. This is now the top mover. Volume's actually not too bad either. Does it have a catalyst? Not seeing any particular catalyst for it. It's a 20 million float. Did I get in just before the halt then? Preventing me from... It's halted... Ah, what an idiot. So as it broke highs, I'm looking at the chart, as it breaks highs, got a little bit of a pullback, it breaks highs, I get in. I didn't even check the halt up level. Oh well, I'll come back to that. Let's take a look at Pixie, Shift Pixie, shall we? So Shift Pixie, and there's nothing unusual about that, there's just nobody trading it. Like 2,000 shares, 87 trades across, well, since it closed on Wednesday, 87 trades. There's nobody, 89 trades now, there's nobody trading Pixie, so no, probably not something that you want to be getting involved in. Alright, so this moved up, looks like we're going to get a gap up, which will be good for me. I want it to be a bit more than just 5 cents though. We'll see. NAMS, that was an IPO on Wednesday, wasn't it? Yeah, so this is an IPO on Wednesday. This went mental on Wednesday, and I didn't trade it. This went up to like $32, something like, was that 30? Yeah, $32.88. This went up to on Wednesday. It IPO'd. It gapped up and had like 2 30-40-minute halts in a row, and then went up and then came down, gapped down, halted down, halted back up. Loads of volatility halts this on Wednesday. Just wasn't worth trading. Just and sold off. Up to $32, or nearly $33, and then finished it like just over 10. Just halted to the downside. Well, I hope we get a Christmas rally. I hope we get a end of November rally. Man United moving up. Lock some in there. stopped at 850. Quick scalp with Man United whilst it's pulling back. So $850 made on Man United there. Happy days. When did Yuda halt? It was 33, so 38. So I've still got 2 minutes to trade. Let's go back to you. So Newton's moved up big time. I'll put that on one of my. So Newton's looking good as well. No, there isn't a catalyst for Yuda. I can't see one. There's a few SEC filings over the last 48 hours, but that's about it. So it's just sector momentum by the looks of it. You just made 2K on it? Nice. Well, it should resume in about 1 minute. So I just scalped Man United for $800. It's looking to resume at 450, which will be nice. Got my fingers on the button. Man United pulled all the way back to the VWAP before making a move back up again now. So this should resume in any second now. I'll put a 10-cent trailing stop on that. Happy days. Which got stopped out there for $3,000. I think that might be me done. I'll just watch this a little bit more and see what happens. But 3,800 on a half day. I did say I wanted to get 1,300 today. 3,800 is good enough for me. Just made $3,000 on Muda. Watching for a move. It's found a little bit of resistance at $5, so I'm just watching for the break of $5 before I re-enter. Watching anything else for any kind of moves. With any kind of volume. Let's have a look at the level 2. Not seeing any big sellers at $5, so it's just a psychological level right now. It's not exactly a huge seller wall. Seller at 480 is bigger. Yeah, I've got some big seller at 515. Breaks $5, we could be at the back at the races here. What else is moving? Anything? Well, that's fair play, Flip Jug. Nice one. Yeah, this went up to, well, this was up at $10 earlier in the month. Oh my goodness, Qatar have actually scored a goal. Fair play. Man United moving back up. Let's see if it's worth trading. Enjoy yourself there, Flip Jug. Yeah, it's pulling back to the VWAP, so it's just broke the VWAP now, UDA, so UDA helps. It's broke the VWAP. So we got to, the thing is here, what you don't want to be doing is once you start getting that resistance level, you don't want to be trying to wait for the continuation. If you're not getting the continuation, you get out, move on. I've got my $3 out of that one. I'll move on and find something else. I'm looking at Man United right now, and Man United moved up. We got some money out at the front end of that one. If this continues to move up, we might get some more. We might not. Right, okay, yeah, so I've got something here. So, ATI acquisition 2 Corps and UDA Health complete business merger. So basically, it's a SPAC merger. So, fair enough. That's why it's moving up. That completed after hours on Wednesday. That's why UDA's moving up. But looks like Man United's not continuing either. And it looks like UDA 60% up on the day. Whatever it was. It's selling off now. And this is short sale restricted, so you're not going to be able to short it down on this side. So, yeah. Yeah, it's on Benzinga Flip Jug. I was just reading the filing, reading direct from the filing. In fact, what I'll do, it's not like I've got a huge amount here. So this is, can you see this on YouTube? The guys on YouTube and the rest. On Twitch, I think you might be able to see this, or can you? So I'll pull this up. And here you go. So this is the filing. So this is the news by Globe Newswire. So ATI acquisition 2 Corp, or LAX. So LAX was the ticker of ATI acquisition, by the way, on the Nasdaq. And they've just combined, because that was a SPAC company, they've just combined with UDA Health, which is a Singapore-based digital health platform that aims to make healthcare more affordable, accessible, and improve the patient experience by delivering improved outcomes through personalized healthcare. You can read it yourself. If you've got Benzinga, this is what you can just get in there straight away. So yeah, that's why it's moving up. And that was approved on the 10th and then went through yesterday. So that's the news catalyst. You've got a bunch of corporate statements from SC13G, so that's why you're just moving up. Did a quarterly report, Form 10, on Tuesday, which I thought was, but yeah, that's why it's moving up. Key data, let's say 20 million flow, and that's you to health. So fill your boots. Right, what are we doing? 15 minutes in, what's moving? Anything moving at all? Newton, let's have a look at Newton. Are you moving up? No, it moved up. Didn't pop, it's back below the VWAP. Man United back below the VWAP. Palisades back below the VWAP, we're getting quite a lot of that. 3-1 for Senegal. So Newton is green on the day. So this is on the daily. This is the 8th green day in a row after the initial sell-off on its IPO. So Newton, now be wary now of it being a little bit extended. It moved up to $9, rejected at $9. It needs to get back above the VWAP. We're getting a bit of a flag or narrowing triangle on Manu. Let's do the ray lines. I'll do another one at the bottom. The thing is with resistance and support lines, it needs to tap it at least 3 times for it to be any kind of sense with it. This is a very tight, coming into the apex of the pennant there. See Carnival Cruise Lines moving again. It is actually. The Carnival Cruise Lines just up like 1% on the day. Not the range is not great on Carnival. We'll talk about 4 cents on the range, so on the ATR. So just bear that in mind. We want volatility with our volume, and UDA seems to be getting a bit of trying to make it. So 450 is my level. I need to see that. Fill this area here. Back up to 450. Above the VWAP, $0.50. Maybe then I'll consider it bullish. Manu breaking out. We did get a previous bit of resistance here at 2110. Oh, if it breaks 2110, we could be back at the races with Manu. Otherwise, look, I'm not far off the daily goal. I'm 1200 off, less than 1200 off the daily goal on a half day, on a very quiet Black Friday. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy with that right now. 3800 within the first 10-15 minutes of the open. I can't grumble. There's not a lot of volume at all. If I was to set the scanners now, as I normally do after the first hour, I normally set the scanners to a million shares traded volume on the daily, and 150,000 on the 15 minute. Oh, got a nice pop there. Let's see. We're back at the races here. missed that pop. $21, $21.10. The break of that 21.10 resistance was key. I missed it. Pull back. $21.40. Interesting level. That was previous resistance. Will we get a bounce at 21.10 as support? Looks like it. What's the spreads on Man United? Very tight spreads. It's good. Spreads were tight. Man United is probably, this is probably the first time I've wanted Man United to be successful now. Can't think of it another time in my life when I've actually been cheering for Man United to go on, go on. I'm not talking because I'm concentrating. But we're going to get the breakout there when we got a new high. Candle made a new high. It's faking out a little bit, but we'll see. Give it a little bit of time. There we go. That's tense music as well for this moment. Right, now can we break that level? There we go. Lock a little bit in there. Put a 10-cent trailing stop in there. It's not doing me. So yeah, well, we lost 200 bucks on that. Not a big deal. Right, we had the cushion, but it's just not moving quick enough. It's not to say it won't break out, but We missed the entry at 21.10 was the entry for move up to 21.50. Now we need to really see it break the $0.50 where it got rejected previously. So the S&P 500 looking very nice, about to go green on the day. So this is the SPY, represents the S&P 500. I could switch it over to the SPX, which is the S&P 500, and you'll get pretty much the same pattern. About to go green on the day. The Nasdaq still heavily red, but just moving sideways. So these tech stocks underneath the VWAP. Is there anything that you guys can see? Because I can't see anything worth trading right now. I think bio just moved up a huge amount. But on extremely low volume. Is it me, as the World Cup it's become like a 2 hour, the matches are going on for like 2 hours most of the in most cases. Peak bio halted to the downside. So there's volatility, there's just not reliable volatility. There's let's have a look at Polestar, shall we? Somebody's saying it's moving. Oh, it is. Polestar making nice moves. Up there at, we've got a nice Polestar Automotive. Nice pullback here. And I like that. This is a potential setup, flag setup on the 2 minute. There's a flag setting up on Man United on the 2 minute as well. I actually kind of like the Man United one better. But what I'll do is put that on the small screen at the bottom. Man United looking like it's setting up nicely for a breakout up there at, so this flat top up at the $0.50 could be very interesting. Man United. $45. That's game over. Got into Man United. I've got a little bit bigger than I have been trading today. The break up to the $0.50. It's all relative. Practice, J-Spec. Practice. And try not to look at the P&L. Look at the price action, not the P&L. If you look at the P&L, it can scare the hell out of you. So don't look at the P&L, look at the price action. Just try and ignore what the unrealized number is, because sometimes you're looking at the price action and the. If you've got your trade plan in mind, it alleviates some of that anxiety that can be caused. by trading larger size. If you're trading the size that's giving you the palpitations and making your heart race, then the answer is you're trading too big. Rejected at the $0.5 again. Can we get up there? I'm waiting for this break of this $0.5. That's what I'm waiting for. $21.60 would be nice. All these up wicks are a little bit of a concern, but we'll just bear those in mind. Look to get out if it breaks below 21.20. That's not... Shooting star's not great. We're only 4 cents away on the ask. That's the thing. It's not like we've moved a huge amount. As long as we're getting higher lows, it's bullish. Just want to see it up and break. If we can break that $0.5 resistance level. Can't even see the $0.5 right now. There we go. Yeah, there's SMY trying to... So Polestar trying to make a move up as well. And since Bio, is it moving, is it? Yeah, it is. Some low, very Insights Bio is on very low volume though. That's the 200 we lost before, so we're back up to... Still waiting for that break of the $0.5. $48 on the ask. 49 is the high of this candle. 50 is the high of day. We're just shy of 50. We're talking micro cents shy of 50 is the high of day, which is why we've got that resistance that we were looking for the break of that. We've got a bit of a flat top formation, and so this is an ascending wedge into a flat top. It is coiling under that $0.5. Typically will break upwards. They typically, doesn't always, but typically would break upwards. We're just holding, waiting for that break of the $0.5. Low of 20. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what we wanted. Take that off. So 700 more. For 10 cents. And we get to the $0.75 level. Let's put a 10-cent trailing stop in place there now. So this is a free trade. And if it can make us 375 on this, then we're good to go and we're done for the day. Half day, Black Friday, to be over goal, green over goal, having made 2 trades would be a good result. We're $300, $225 away from goal. Yes, I saw peak bio halted. kind of reluctant to get into this right now. It's a bit extended. I can check peak bio, I absolutely can. We looked at it a minute ago. It was the last one we looked at. Halted to the downside here, resumed, pulled down, and then halted. It's now halted to the upside. But the volume's not great. Just be careful with peak bio. I don't know what the spreads were, so just watch the spreads as well with this one. It's not a very liquid stock. There's only 139,000 shares traded today. We've had 900. We've not even had 1,000 trades on peak bio today, so just be careful with it. I'm not saying it's not going to move up. What I'm saying is the moves are going to be unreliable and erratic, just because of the low liquidity and low volume. So just be careful with it if you're trading it. Make sure you manage your risk. If it doesn't go for you, if it goes against you, make sure that you're cutting your losses early. Do not be holding on to something like peak bio. This is looking a bit extended to me right now, Man United. But it could break highs. Just these upwicks. Every candle's got an upwick, which shows selling pressure. We're 4,700 up, well, nearly 4,800 up on a day like today. I'm happy enough with. Let's have a look at NSICE. NSICE halted to the upside. This halted at 10.07. Oh, it's just halted, so just missed the halt. So I'll come back to that. So we've got Polestar Automotive. Now we seem to be at the back end of this move. We had the move up, the back end. We're getting a lower high, a lower swing high, which is usually then bearish, and possibly that might be done. Man United, I wait for a pullback now before I get in there, because we're getting very extended up there at $22. Chasing this now. If it breaks 22, wait for a pullback, test 22 as support. Rejected at 22, a little. Right, okay, so there's a little pullback there. Let's see. Oh, between the spreads. What am I looking for? 220 with 10 cents. There we go. There we go. I'm over goal. That's all I wanted today. Got to 5,000. I'm done. I'm going to watch the football for the rest of the day. So that's me done. It's still looking to me quite extended. I'm not saying it's not going to continue higher, but it's looking quite extended. I would wait for a pullback here. I'm just scalping there to get over goal. I'm over goal. I'm green. I'm over goal. I'm good for the day. So that's me done. 5K done for the day. Yeah, I'm going back to your original question there, J-Spec. Controlling emotions is just something that you've got to practice, and the best way to do that is to practice in a simulator first, and then get good at actually managing your risk in a simulator. Now the emotions are going to be very minuscule there. Then when you move into a cash account, when you move into a live account, start small. As soon as you start small, there's going to be emotions involved, and it's going to throw you off. So then you start small until you get, and then again, you practice until you get competent at it, and you slowly and gradually scale up. So you start off, you're risking 50 bucks. Once you get good at managing your risk at 50 bucks, you're cutting, if you're losing 50 bucks on a trade, you're cutting it because you want to make 100 bucks. And when you made 100 bucks, you hold it a bit longer, 250, 200 bucks, whatever. So you have a good risk reward ratio. Then you move up. You might go to a risk of $75 or a risk of $100, and you get practice that. You do that for a few days. You get good at it. You move up, and then before you know it, you're actually risking $2,000-3,000 to make $4,000-5,000. It's just practice. That's all it is, JSpec. So that's me done for the day, guys. I'm not trading anymore today. I'm going to take it easy. It's Friday. I'm going to finish there, 5k up. I'm not going to get FOMO into Man United. I was waiting for that pullback, actually. That's the pullback I was waiting for. But it's there now, and if it then goes, we get another candle to go on to make new highs. What you don't want is the devil horns. So what you don't want is an immediate candle here to move up to 225 and then get rejected again at the $0.25 and sell off, because that's what the devil horns will. What now you're looking for a candle that breaks new highs. 220 goes above 225. If we get a couple more candles forming here, and with lows no lower than 2180s. 2180s are nice, that you get a little flag formation, a nice pull on the way up. And if you look at this on the 5-minute, you'll see that there's one pole up. We get a flag formation here. What you don't want when you've got this first part of the flag, you don't want any lower lows. So what you've got, you've set a low there of 2180. If it breaks 2180, you kind of think, well, get out then. But if it holds 2180 as support like it did there, and then you can get a couple more candles form, it's fine. But then you're looking for a new 5-minute candle to make a new high. Just saying. Again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, just giving you some technical analysis, technical patterns and strategies to take away. Trading simulator first, and hopefully be profitable. So if you've enjoyed this live session, I'll be back at it on Monday. I'll be watching the football tonight, but I'll be back at it on Monday, 90 minutes before the market opens, guys. So come join me then as well. I do it every single weekday. I'm trading live every single weekday. We've got 3 days at the end of November. Let's actually go into my details, shall we? I'm not trading anymore, so I'll come back to the charts in just a short while. But in the meantime, let's have a look at this. So, if you want, by the way, guys, if Christmas is coming up, Black Friday, you want to get something for Christmas that shows that you're a follower of mine, get on Trade with Tony. I'll actually check where mine is. I've ordered my merch. I've got my coffee mug coming. I've got my hoodie coming. I've got my wine cooler as well, mouse mat and everything else. There's a whole bunch of get into the store. There's a whole bunch of merch there. Trade with Tony, just a fat guy on the internet, get green, stay green, all of my catchphrases you hear me saying on a daily basis. So yeah, don't drink and trade like I did. So yeah, check out the merch store if you can. If you want to learn how to trade like I trade, come join us in the Day Trade with Tony community. Take part in get on the Day Trade with Tony course. You'll get access to the Discord, which is where I do all my mentoring. So you get mentorship from myself. You'll be part of the Day Trade with Tony community, and you'll learn how to trade the way I trade profitably, hopefully. No guarantees of that, because as JSpec already highlighted, emotions do play a part, discipline does play a part, and I can't give you that. That's just something that you have to learn and practice and get good at, okay? So this is the syllabus for the day trade. Check that out, the syllabus for Day Trade with Tony. If you know how to trade and you want to be an affiliate, you want to recommend my course, by all means, become an affiliate. I'm opening up to affiliates. So also, if you want to find stocks to trade, I use Benzinga. Benzinga Pro is a platform that is where I found Man United as it was moving. I found Euro as it was moving. Where I find all steps, you saw me pulling up the catalyst for Euro as it moved up as well. What does Benzinga look like? Well, let's have a look at Benzinga. Benzinga looks like this. So this is what you set it up however you want to. If you want it to look like something else, this is how I set it up by default. If you go into the home screen, this is what it looks like by default. What the home screen looks like. I've not set up any watch list. You can have your watch list there. You've got news. You've got the losers, the gainers. You've got ideas, all that kind of stuff. But what I tend to have is I've got a couple of different workspaces moved up. I've got the news here. That I can click on something as it's moving and it pulls up the actual chart there. I've got the movers based on 4 different time frames here. But what I do from a daily perspective is I have a couple of the scanners popping out that you can see, which is the gap scanner and the momentum scanner. Then I've got the real-time scanner here. I've got my signals and alerts here. I've got the news here. Benzinga's fantastic. Check it out, guys. It really is. If you're not using Benzinga, you're using something else, that's fine. But if you're not using anything, just check out Benzinga for free. You've got a free trial for 14 days. All you need is an email address. And if you do decide that it's worthwhile, use my code DTWT35. You get 35% off. I think there is a better discount at the moment. It's up to 60% off, which is Black Friday discount. And if you want that, message me directly and I will give you the Black Friday discount code. And if you're in the Day Trade with Tony community, I've already posted that in the Benzinga section, the Black Friday discounts there as well. Trader View for journaling your statistics. So I've got another 5,000 to add on. So let's go to Trader View. This is Trader View, by the way. This is my November. You can see I had a loss on Wednesday. No trades yesterday because it was closed. Let's go back here. Yeah, my girlfriend wants to get some as well there, Alistair. So I'm just hoping it arrives. Yeah, you can see that we'll add another 5,000 to this. Let's have a look at the actual reports themselves, the detailed reports for November. We've got. I wanted to get just over I think 1,300 as a minimum today. We've got 5,000, so it's in line with the average that we're looking for. We're currently in November, we're 6,000 average, so we're ahead of goal. We'll be finishing today 108,000 in November. We've got 3 days left, so if we're at goal on those 3 days, that's another 15,000 on that as well in November. So going in about 123,000 into December. So we've got 23,000 ahead of December. If we look at the year, I am going to need to be ahead of goal for the net number, but 1.12 plus the 5. What was 1.32? Yeah, 1.32 plus 15, 1.4. So we're about 50k off the gross goal. So going into December, so we're about 50k. We'll be 50k ahead if I have 3 days at goal next week. So that puts us in a really good position to hit the overall number on the year. Where am I at? So I'm about 80k down. I'm about 80k away net at the moment as it stands. So about 75k after today. So we're in a good place. We've got a very good chance of hitting those numbers, which is all we need. So check out TradingView. If you're not logging your trades right now, TradingView. And anybody that wants to know, the platform that I use to trade is Dash Trader. So that's me done. I will get rid of that and I will switch back to the live action. And where is my OBS studio? Here we go. Back to the live action. And so that's me done for the day, I think. I've got 10 minutes left. Let's carry on for 10 minutes. I thought I'd be a bit longer than that. Let's have a look at what else is moving, shall we? So Insight Biosciences, this is moving nicely. Let's have a look. Up 475 will be of interest if it continues to move up. What do I use FinViz for? So I use FinViz just for secondary news information, Flipjug. I like the maps on FinViz. So at the end of the day, I like a look at the market maps, and I use FinViz for crypto information as well as stock exchange information. So it's another news source. Benzinga's got everything I need at my fingertips. FinViz is a free news source, but it's a little bit more cumbersome. The screeners and the scanners on FinViz are a bit more cumbersome. You're going to have one platform, one scanner at a time. Whereas I've got multiple scanners that I can look at different time frames, different criteria, etc., etc. So that's what Benzinga is great for, and it shows in real time. FinViz, it's delayed data as well, so just bear that in mind. Oh yeah, Black Friday codes on the merch. If you want to join day trade with Tony, you can get 25% off. Doesn't matter if you're joining on a monthly basis, a quarterly basis, or an annual basis. You can use Black Friday as your discount coupon and you'll get 25% off. It's already for nothing anyway. So, it's for nothing less 25%. So yeah, Black Friday is the coupon code on the Day Trade with Tony course. Yes, it's on a Black Friday sale, Kangaroos. So Black Friday is the code. Use the ticker Black Friday. And so when you go to checkout, you can apply a coupon, and the coupon is Black Friday. Nice bottle of wine with the match tonight. Absolutely. Actually, I need to go out and get some. I'm all out of wine. I finished it off on Wednesday, so I need to go out and buy a bottle or 6. Yeah. So fill your boots with the merch. Fill your boots with the course. I look forward to seeing you there. I've got 7 minutes. How am I going to fill 7 minutes without trading? I'll end up getting in a trade. I know I will. I'm going to see something moving like Insight Bioscience, and I'm going to end up trading. I know that's what's going to happen. Yuda, no, it's below the VWAP. Gets back above the VWAP, tests the $0.5. Might be interested in this again, but I'm not going to be trading again for the rest of the day. That's it. Flip jug. What are you doing? Get green, stay green. Don't you know my motto? Yeah, good idea, Alistair. There you go. I've locked my montage. I'm not doing any more. So that's the best thing you've ever said to me there, Alistair. How much does Dash Trader cost per month? It depends. If you're using Dash Trader through the Dash platform, if through Dash Trader themselves, then it depends. If you've got it connected to your broker, if you in TD or Interactive or whoever your broker is, if they're not OEMing it, so Speed Trader will give you Dash as an OEM with their own badge on it. CMED will give you Dash with their own badge on it. I use Traders Elite Pro, which is Dash Trader Pro with the CMEG white labeled it, okay? But it's still Dash Trader Pro. But if you go to like for a simulator, and if you go for the interactive data pack, it's about 120, 150 bucks for both the platform and the data pack. If you go through Speed Trader or CMEG, then it varies depending on your location. Right now, I'm paying 125 bucks a month for platform and data, and I get 95 bucks back for the platform. So I'm effectively paying 30 quid for the data, and I get refunded my platform fees. Now, if you're in the UK, it's slightly more expensive. Of course, that's up to you to negotiate with your account manager, but CMEG UK is slightly more expensive. Someone in the chat will be able to tell you exactly how much it is, but because my account's with Trinidad and Tobago. But yeah, I'm sure someone in the chat will be able to tell you exactly how much the platform fees are with CMEG UK. But you do get the platform fees rebated if your commissions reach kind of $600 a month or more. So anyway, 25 past 10 market time, 25 past 3 my time. It's not raining, so I'll be able to walk with dog. And what is moving? Manu breaking new highs. Yeah, so we've got this double bottom set up there. Nice, moving up. I'm glad I locked the montage because I was just about to take another position with Man United. But we got out here anyway. We got out here at the top before it made the pullback. It's now breaking highs, so it's looking bullish again. So this should break 22.50, possibly might even go on and break $23 today, Man United. I'm not saying it will, but the momentum is there with it. Okay, guys. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. There's no point me sticking about, just waffling about the market. If you want to go through this all again with me, come back on Monday. We'll do it all again 90 minutes before the market opens. So that'll be 8 a.m. market time, East Coast, New York, whatever flavour you're having today. It'll also be 1 p.m. in the UK, 1 p.m. in Ireland where I am, 2 p.m. on the continent of Europe. If you're based anywhere else, like Australia or anywhere in Africa or, you know, the west coast of the US, then, you know, work out your own time zones for yourself. And we'll do it all again on Monday. As every day, I trade the last 90 minutes of the pre-market session when there is opportunity to trade. There wasn't today. We had to wait for the open before there was any opportunity to trade. And then I trade for the first hour before trade live for the first hour before locking up and taking a break. What I will do is I'll put a trade recap video together for YouTube. Before I hit the wine, and I'll post that on YouTube a little bit later with replays of today's trades, and you can watch that yourself. So, how do you get the Benzinga Black Friday code? Just bear with me one moment. So if you click my link in the description there, Flip Jug, and I'll give you the Benzinga code right now. I'll have to call it out for you. Where did I put it in the Discord? Okay, General Benzinga. Open the original. Okay, let me show you. Okay, here we go. I'll show this to everybody so that you can do it. So this is for Benzinga if you want it. And let's go back to my laptop here and here. Okay, so Flip Jug, if you want Benzinga, this is Benzinga right now. I'm just waiting for TikTok to catch up. But here, if you want the Benzinga code, it's up to 60% off. Use the link in the description on YouTube. Use the link in my link tree, and then use checkout. Use Black Friday Monthly as your code, as you can see here. So Black Friday Monthly is the code if you're going for a monthly subscription, or Black Friday Annual, and it's the annual that you're getting 60% off. So you can get Black Friday Annual if you use that promo code Black Friday Annual. There's no A in black, by the way. So Black Friday Annual or Black Friday Monthly. Those are the two promo codes that you can get. So you get it for $97 or you get it for $847, depending on which it is. But if you use my link in the description, that's the promo code that you can use at checkout. Okay. I hope that helps for Benzinga. It's much cheaper to do it that way than pay full price. So get on that and enjoy for Christmas. Yeah, I'll have a look at UDA. Give me a second. Let's look at UDA. So UDA has broke the VWAP, didn't hold it, rejected at the $0.50. So we got up here at the VWAP, then got rejected at the $0.50. So I would have liked to, when it breaks the VWAP like that, and the initial movement's good because it moves up, breaks the VWAP, comes back, tests the support, and then moves up. But because it's got the $0.50, it's then rejected at the $0.50. What I would have liked to have seen is find support at the VWAP again and retest the $0.50. Right now, it's not doing that. It's back below the VWAP, so I'm kind of a little bit. This isn't. If you look at it on the 5-minute, you've got an upwick here as well, which is bearish. So those upwicks are a sign of selling pressure, and I would say very risky to trade UDA Health right now, to the upside at least. It's short sale restrictions, so you're not going to trade it to the downside anyway. Man United, on the other hand, is just looking more and more bullish. We're getting a nice little pullback here, so wait for the pullback to complete itself, and then look at the higher time frames. Look at a 2 or a 5-minute chart and look for the next candle to make a new high. Don't look for the 1-minute chart, you'll get faked out. Look for the next candle to break a new high on either the 2 or the 5-minute. Again, that's I'll have Guinness whilst I'm watching the match. Maybe if I'm in the pub, I'll have a Guinness. Otherwise, if I'm at home, I'll have wine with my meal. But we'll see. Everybody's got discounts at the moment, Super Tip. Everybody's got discounts. It's Black Friday weekend. Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So that discount there, Black Friday, that will last until Wednesday. I'm keeping it till the end of the month. So if you're not on that before the end of the month, it goes back to normal prices, which are also next to nothing. For what I'm giving you, the gold I'm giving you, next to nothing. But get on it. Yeah, like I say, Super Chip, everybody's having a Black Friday sale. They always do. So I thought I'd join. You can't beat them, join them. That's why I put the code in there. Like I say, even the courses, if you go to Warrior Trading, whatever, even with his Black Friday discounts, he's not offering what I'm offering for the price I'm offering. So, you know, whatever. What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this shirt? This is a genuine England 3 lions on my chest, Alice. Get away with you. There's nothing wrong with the cover either. Look, I'm going to finish. I'm overrun, so I'm done. I've never watched that flip jug, but I'm done for the day. So the rest of you guys enjoy your weekend. Check out I'll drop a video on both on TikTok and on YouTube, but I'll drop a proper trade recap on YouTube. I can be a bit longer with it, but I'll drop the replays on TikTok shortly as well. Yeah, so have a good weekend, guys. We're back at it on Monday.